Hello, in this video I'm going to show how different styling methods in QGIS are taken over by the Mergin Maps application on your mobile device. To demonstrate this, I'm going to use a project for mapping trees, and I'm going to indicate if the trees are broadleafed or needle-leafed, and I note their crown radius and the tree height. Let's save the edits. You see that the default style is a simple marker. We can easily change this by using different marker layers, for example. I'm going to combine the dot white marker with a cross to create a crosshair. I'm using a transparent fill for the simple marker and the red stroke. Now I add another layer and I'm choosing the cross. The cross needs to be also red, and I increase the size to get a crosshair effect. Let's see how this shows up in the Mergin Maps app. Synchronize the project and open the project on Mergin Maps. Here you see that the layered symbol is taken over. Since we are mapping trees, it's more intuitive if we show a symbol with a tree. Therefore I change the symbol layer type to SVG marker, and I'm going to search for trees in the SVG browser. This will look for SVG files that are shipped with QGIS. I'm going to use this tree symbol. Before I continue, I choose to embed file, so the file is embedded in the project and will be synchronized with Mergin Maps. This is a necessary step, otherwise Mergin Maps on your mobile device cannot find the SVG marker file. Customize the colors, and I synchronize the file to see the result on the Mergin Maps app on your mobile device. Synchronize the device, and now also the tree is shown with the SVG marker symbol. Now this is also strange because our broad-leafed tree is now symbolized with a needle-leafed tree symbol. So we're going to improve our style in order to distinguish the different types. To demonstrate it, I'm going to add now a needle-leaf tree. In the Layer Styling panel, I choose the Categorized renderer, and I do it based on the tree type. I click on Classify. You see that it now finds broadleafed and needle-leafed as types, and it automatically assigns colors to the symbols. When I double click on a symbol, I can change the properties. Because we don't have a broadleafed SVG image, we're going to import one from the QGIS Style Hub. Therefore, click Browse Online Style. Let's indicate that we're looking for a marker and search for one that probably has trees. The map box Maki icons J to Z as tree. Click Download. After extracting the file, choose to import the file. Select the XML file and click Select All and Import to import these files. Now they are imported and ready to use. So you'll now find them here in the Layer Styling panel. And I'm going to use this marker. Change the color to green. And for the needle-leafed, I'm going to also change the color to green. So only the shape changes for the different types. Check if they're both embedded, which is the case. And synchronize the project to see the result on the mobile device. And here we see the two different tree types visualized in their own style. Okay, now in the field we are ready to collect a few more tree points. Fill in the field form and see if the tree type is then applied to the style. Save the new feature and we see here that the style is immediately applied. Let's do this for a few more. So this works fine. Synchronize the project. And there we see the results. Now it would be even nicer if we could scale the SVG symbols with the height of the trees. Therefore we need to create so-called rule-based styling. In the Layer Styling panel, change Categorized to Rule-based. There you see that our graduated styling is converted to rules, simply showing that the rule is related to the type field. We're going to extend it with the height. So the first rule we create is that the type should be broadleaf and the height attribute should be larger than 7 meters. Let's edit the label of this rule to broadleaf high. Next, we click the plus sign to add a new rule, and this will be broadleaf low. Create a new filter based on the recently used filter, and here we use less or equal to 7 for the height limit. Click Test It Works. Now we need to copy the style from the first rule to the second rule and modify the size of the symbol so it will be shorter for the shorter trees. So I change it from 7 to 3. Now we'll do the same for the needle leaf, but we'll do it in a slightly different way. We click right and we choose Refine Current Rule, Add Ranges to Rule. We choose the tree height for value. For the method we change to size and click Classify. 5 classes might be a bit too much, so I reduce it to 3 classes. You see that the new rules here are applied. Only the symbol is still not the correct one. Because these are embedded symbols, it's best to copy them to the new rules. But then we also have to change the size. We set the size of the parent rule to 0 and we change the sizes of the SVG markers. Now this looks good in QGIS. Let's see how it looks like on the mobile device. And here we see that also there the trees scale nicely with their height. For other applications, it might be interesting to look at the crown diameter for scaling the size of the observation points. Therefore, we can use the graduated renderer again with the crown radius as the attribute. However, it's better not to use the SVG marker for that, but use a geometry generator to generate buffers around the observation points based on the size of the crown diameter. The easiest way is to switch back to the single symbol with a simple marker and then change it to geometry generator. Change the geometry type to polygon and edit the expression here by adding the buffer function to the geometry. And you might want to use the expression editor to add the field from the attribute table that we want to use to scale. Go to Fields and Values and add crown radius. And click OK. You already see that this is far too large because our units are in centimeters. So we are going to divided by 10. You could also use it to calculate the real area to have the crown projection on the ground, but for this purpose we simply divide it by 10 to get a nice range. Let's change the styling a bit. Go to Simple Fill. There we choose green. And we change the opacity a bit. We also change the stroke color to a dark green. Save the project and synchronize with the cloud. And let's check at the mobile device. And here we indeed see also the crown diameters proportional to the size of the points. So in this video you've seen that Mergin Maps supports different styling methods available in QGIS, ranging from single symbols to symbol layers, rule-based styling, use of expressions and geometry generators.